Is it working? Okay. Hello? Okay, good. It works. I'll wait a moment for people to join the chat. Hopefully it's not broken again. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. You've got mail. Pattern baldness. I've decided we're going to start over completely. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you're all doing well today. Let me refresh the page here. Z-Twig, you made it. Still says uncertain stream health, but I haven't dropped any frames, so hopefully it looks okay. Hopefully y'all are seeing this all right. There. Okay. All right. I don't remember where we left off. I'm gonna try to. Oh, now we're dropping frames. Now we're dropping them. Oh, down to 0. Completely down to 0. Oh no. Are we back? Oh man, it is struggling. Okay, are we back? It seems like we're back. Okay, and it's done. That was weird. You got to go. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's okay. Just forget all your responsibilities in life and just talk music with people online. All right. I hope it's a little bit better now. Let me refresh YouTube. Stream health good. It says video output low, but I'm not. It looks okay though. Looks smooth. Okay. All right. We good? Good. Hello, everyone. We left off. What was this? 2013? 2014? I don't remember what this is. Howdy, partner. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We're not bringing this up again, are we? Okay, so we're on 2014 now, I think. But let's do a little bit of recap as to what we did last stream, and hopefully we'll be able to get up to 2020 today. I'm thinking we should, and if we finish with decent time, maybe we'll take some notes as to, like, we'll just kind of go back and look through the playlist and kind of see what areas we need to adjust, and then later in the week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, I'll try to announce as soon as I can when I know. We'll do like a fixing stream where we just go through and we fix songs that need fixing. But if we finish this today with time to spare, we'll go through and we're not going to fix things. We're just going to find like problems, be like, okay, this song probably doesn't work there, or this doesn't make sense. It needs to probably change to something else, regardless of what it is. But we'll take it one song at a time. We're going to get our fix. That's right. We are going to get our fix. We're going to start our fix today, hopefully, and then we'll actually get our fix later in the week. So, I don't remember how much we did last time. Maps? We started with maps, right? Because I think we ended with music is math, and then we got maps. So we have this kind of indie alternative thing happening. We go into hip hop. We go into kind of indie folk a little bit. Experimental. All this music talk inspired me to list my favorite albums from every year since I was born. Cool. That's pretty cool. All My Friends goes a little dancey. We have The Rip from Portishead. That's a pretty cool song. Oblivion by Mastodon. Metal shows up again. Dark Fantasy. So we kind of have this hip-hop R&B thing. A little experimental artsy maybe. Folk. Hip-hop again. Experimental hip-hop. And then we kind of go back to indie here. So we're not really following any kind of... the last stream didn't really follow much of like a playlist trajectory. A lot of this doesn't make a whole ton of sense. Yeah, the Vampire Weekend thing was kind of contested. It was just something we kind of picked in the moment because we were sort of stuck. I don't fully remember how we came to that. But yeah, it's a little rough. I feel like this last stream was a little rough, but it's hard because we're kind of winding down in terms of influence. Because I said in that stream, I remember, we don't really have much influencing future artists because we're really winding down on the amount of time between now and the songs we're doing. So it's going to be a little difficult in terms of like what songs we're picking, but let's keep trucking forward because we got to get this thing done so we can at least see what we have and adjust accordingly. So for 2014, obviously we have Swans. Oxygen would be an interesting pick. I don't know how I feel about that. We have Sun Kill Moon. We have I as a single. Clipping is here. A small handful. Oh, we got Archie, Marry Me. I love that song. A smattering of hip hop in weird, different ways here. Clarence Clarity. FKA Twigs. Ooh, I love Human Sadness. I find it funny every time I point at a song and say I love it. It's one that I know won't make it on the list. Anyone think the last 10 years has been much weaker in terms of quality to pick from compared to other years? Somewhat. I think it's just like each year has like 1 to 2, maybe 3 great albums or artists. Whereas like before, there was like a year in the 90s and a year in the late 80s, I think, where it was just like, and you're like, oh man. But not recently. Years in the 2000s are either loaded or empty. That's kind of the experience we had on that last stream, actually, was we were kind of, it was some years were dead and others were packed. So I think Swans could be an interesting choice here because next year will most definitely be Kendrick, I think. Sun Kill Moon could be an interesting choice. We shouldn't go with hip-hop here, I don't think. What do you guys think? Swans? Ron Swanson? I don't think it's worse in quality in recent years. I think it's a quantity problem. Yeah, I think that could be the case. There was a Michael Gira song, "Blind," that was playing. I have a Google Mini out in the living room, and I'll just say, "Hey Google, play Dream Pop," and it will just play music I like. And wow, look at this, 2 million compared to everything else here. And it played Blind, and this is a really pleasant song. Michael Gira is so what's the word? Eclectic, or his repertoire is vast, I guess you could say. He's kind of surprising sometimes. Um, I don't think I've heard Screenshot. Oh, I have. Is this the opening track? It is. This or Oxygen? It's from a Swans album? Oh. So is that like just a Michael Gira version of it? Interesting. Swans is so interesting to me because they vacillate between like these really kind of soft, almost emotional tracks that almost have like this dream pop nature to them. And then the next minute you've got, something like, is there no Sear on here? I don't see Sear. Oh, these are all, okay. And then the next minute you have this. Lunacy. I mean, they're all over the place. So Oxygen or Screenshot? Which one do you guys think? I'm okay with either. I don't know which one makes more sense. I feel like they both have a good build-up. Screenshot. We all need oxygen. That's right. Here, let me just throw it in the poll. Swasson. It'll probably be Oxygen. The trend so far this decade in our picks is pretty aggressive, fast tracks that could be interesting to consider when picking songs. We kind of go back and forth between like aggressive and low key. Uh-oh. Well, you guys are no help. I feel like the best way to describe Swans is no wave. Because I get a lot of, I mean, with albums like To Be Kind, you know, like this is definitely, I would describe it primarily as no wave. Because you get a lot of that, who is that guy who kind of pioneered no wave? Good grief, guys. It's like Gianca. What's his name? Glenn. Thank you. Combining the name with the Ascension. This definitely informed an album like To Be Kind, for sure. For sure. Thank you. Yes, I got it now. um, I don't love this music is the problem. Like I really respect it because it's great composition. And I like the post rock aspect as well, but it's just I can't listen to it. It just seems way too cynical and cold. Um, but that's just me, you know. Whereas like with Godspeed You Black Emperor, I can listen to that because it feels like a movie. But Swans, it just feels like you're being attacked, which in a way is cool. But I don't love to be attacked. Toward game changers in modern pop music. Yeah, I mean, when did was Loner 2012? Lonerism, sorry. 2012. I feel like a Tame Impala song is a fair choice. All right, we're going screenshot because that's just the way it kind of landed. 2015. I think what we should do. I really love that the Undertale track is number 1 on here. I find that hilarious. It is a great track though. In addition to, we're not actually going to make changes to the album today, but in addition to picking songs on the playlist that don't make sense or feel wrong or feel that they need to be adjusted, then we should also pick artists or albums to consider as well. It's like we're not even necessarily saying like 2012 is problematic. We're saying like 2012 should maybe be Tame Impala or something like that. So, and then we'll kind of fit the puzzle pieces together in a later album. Like Be Above It and Elephant are good choices, but then off of Currents, Let It Happen is also a great choice. So, I assume we're doing Kendrick, right? Everyone say yes or no, Kendrick for 2015. I feel like it makes a lot of sense. Oh, and look, Lazarus. Speaking of, this will go live after this stream, by the way. Well, final Bowie reaction. It's somewhat short. It's kind of a short reaction. I recorded it really early in the morning, so I didn't have a ton to say, but I will be doing a like retrospective video. I'm going to try to record one later in the week. Just kind of looking back at like Bowie stuff. I'll rank all the albums I heard in terms of my favorite, and then I have my top 15 favorite Bowie songs too. And I'll just kind of talk somewhat extensively about it. Just kind of, you know, my feelings upon listening to 12 Bowie albums within the course of like 3 months. So, oh, this was a single, December. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what track? The audio isn't in sync with your video. Try refreshing. Here, let me look on here. Let me look on here. Let me look on here. It looks fine. You might just need to. Yeah, it seems okay for me. It might just be an issue on your player. Try refreshing the page. Lazarus for 2015? I don't know, man. I mean, again, I'm not a hip hop guy, but this is a big album. This is a big album. This will probably be the last hip hop we put on the thing. Everyone, Blacker the Berry? Yes. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Run away with me. I find it so funny that this album, Emotion, got the recognition it did amongst the like the indie crowds. I guess we'll do Blacker the Berry. It seems to be the thing. Like I said, I want to get finished today. What's your favorite Simpsons episode? I never watched The Simpsons growing up. Um, I had very hypocritical parents when it came to being sheltered, um, because like I was they were the kind of parents who like chose very specific odd things that were like bad. So like Pokemon, it means pocket monsters. Power Rangers, they didn't like me watching Barney, which I didn't care anyway. I didn't like Barney. Um, the Simpsons was off limits, but I got so upset later in life because I couldn't watch The Simpsons when I was young, like 12, 14, 15. But then as I grew up, they started to really love King of the Hill. And I got so upset with them because I was like, you think The Simpsons is bad, but you think King of the Hill is hilarious. Like King of the Hill is way more overt in the subject matter. And it's like, what the hell, guys? So I didn't grow up with Simpsons. I know it's all on Disney Plus, which we have, but there are so many seasons, and it's like I don't want to just start in a good season because I don't know any of the characters. But then I don't want to start in the early seasons because it looks weird and is apparently not as funny. So I'm just kind of torn. It's like I didn't grow up with it. I'm not familiar with it. I've seen one or two episodes in my life, and I've thought it's funny. I think I saw the Simpsons movie as well at one of my siblings' house, um, which I also thought was pretty funny. It is. The Simpsons is like fairly. It's really tame. Really is. Um, and it's like it's all for humor's sake. It's not like it's endorsing any kind of like amoral stuff. Um, I just like was so upset with my parents that they like randomly decided like this is bad. Oh wait, we love King of the Hill. It's like you guys. Seasons 3 through 7. All you need to watch for Simpsons is 2 to 8, 3 to 7. I suppose. I mean, I wanna give it a shot because like it's one of those cultural landmarks that I just never grew up with, and I wanna be able to dive in. Anyway, back to this. Let's keep going forward. 2016, probably gonna have Bowie on here a little bit. I like that they just put a star right there. Danny Brown. Oh, we have Radiohead here. Daydreaming is a great track. Tribe Called Quest. Grouper. This is a weird year. Frank Ocean. Futurama. I tried Futurama once and I didn't. It didn't quite grab me. I've never. I'm not saying no to it permanently, but it didn't grab me at the time. Oh, Jeff Rosenstock is here. Guys, we just did hip hop though. Redbone. Yeah. See, this is an instance of like, are we just gonna be like dominated by hip hop now? You know? Frank Ocean. Whoops. Never heard Frank Ocean.
God, you should match it, it's that KO. Oh, the Reverend out of Texas.
Interesting. I do not like that vocal delivery whatsoever, so I can't really contribute here. That's right. Marty Robbins actually was like, you know how people have like the shoulder angel and the shoulder devil? Um, Bowie's shoulder angel was Marty Robbins. And they didn't actually use the oblique strategies or whatever. He just asked Marty Robbins what he should do next for every track. It's pretty cool. Oh, is he a producer or a contributor? Johnny. Johnny, where are you, Johnny? Johnny. String arrangement, track 15. Siegfried. Writer, Elliott Smith. Was it an Elliott Smith song? Let's not put one artist on the list twice again. Yeah, I don't want to put Radiohead on again. I'd rather, I want to keep it somewhat varied. I don't know. I mean, we could do Knights, I suppose. What's Siegfried like?
Flood crystals hang from your ear. Maybe I'm a fool. Settle down to
It pains me too. I will say, I don't love R&B. I don't love that delivery. But these instrumentals are really cool, and it makes it way more palatable to me. Self-control? Self-control to Major Tom.
in your wet dreams tonight. And our time was as I made you. You got someone.
This is cool, actually.
I thought that I was dreaming. No matter what hit me now.
I think what's cool is like how many people he had contributing to the production here. Like, take a look at all this. He's got a lot of people doing a lot of things. Half of them I don't recognize. Most of them I don't recognize. All right, let's pull out Knights. Siegfried. I spelled that wrong. Ivy. Is there anything else? Don't open Photoshop. Good grief. I am all over the place today. I'm so sorry. What was the other one? Self-control. Let's just see what you guys think. More like Frank Puddle. Oh! Yeah, if there's one of these that's a little more low-key than the other ones, that will be nice. Something more, you know. I want to know what we should name. What we should name this. I don't know how to name this. Wow, you guys are really split here. highlights that changed music. I don't know. It needs to be kind of snappy, but also simple. You know, it can't be too like. You almost have to be poetic in your playlist names, right? Looks like Nights is kind of taken away here.
You know I won't need you. Who beginning? Shit to say.
We're doing Sophie for 2018, right? Was that the thing? Regardless of whether or not it changes, I said I would put Sophie on.
Staying with you.
We'll just throw Nights on. Okay, so that's what we got for here. Let's keep going. We're almost to the present, guys. 2017. Did Carrie and Lowell come out in 2017? Carrie and Lowell. Why did they do this? Why did they do this? Why did they confuse me so? Oh yeah, you guys said was it Melodrama was 2018. Listening back to look forward. Oh, Mystery of Love. What a track. Why are all... Oh, it's Carrie and Lowell live. I should just look at the photo because I'm an idiot. I love this album. Anti-Socialites. Ooh, this Mount Erie album. It is. It is. What is Sophie considered? Bubblegum bass. Because I don't want to like be too similar if we're picking Charlie XCX, you know. We have to pick Sophie for 2018. That's what we decided on last time. It might be the wrong choice, but we have to do it. I promise people. Cinemix stopped updating in 2018. Is that right? Sophie's Choice. Oh, what do we do for this year? This is just a rehash of the same thing. That's where I can't do Twin Peaks. I'm not going to repeat Sufjan. So are we needing to go to back to like RYM in some way? It was 2017. Okay, let's see. Let's go with albums. You see, you can't change this though. It doesn't give you. Oh, here we go. Door. 17. We're gonna go with albums for now. Okay. So obviously similar things here. Crow looked at me. Like, I bet if I were to do EPs, you would get that one. Maybe. Maybe not. When You Die. I haven't heard that one. I didn't listen to any of this album. It sounds pretty cool. This is supposed to be a great album, right? Melodrama. I've heard like 3 Lorde tracks, and they're all off of Pure Heroin. Basically, this, and another one, I think. Green light.
I do my makeup in somebody else's car. I know about in love, but honey, I'll be shy. Could get they have big teeth.
What's a good transition track from Nights to whatever we pick from Sophie? Would Lorde be it? Yeah, but people say that Charlie is like more of a thing later, right? Oh, Slow Dive. I like this album. For some reason, some people don't, and I don't understand it. Richard Dawson. The Hollow Knight soundtrack. It's a good soundtrack. It's a good soundtrack. So you guys are saying like you guys are saying this as well. And that was apparently an EP or a mixtape. I still don't understand the definition of a mixtape versus like an LP. I don't understand it. So Lorde or Charlie XCX to transition to Sophie? Which one? Let's poll it. Lorde, this is... I don't know. MGMT is a good choice as well. That seems like a solid song. I only listened to a bit of it, but it seems solid. Oh, of course. Yeah, I was really surprised at how few people in the chat at the time hadn't heard Have a Nice Life. It's a great album, Death Consciousness. I haven't heard anything else by them. I heard a couple songs off their second album. I think they have a third one. I've heard nothing off of that. It's not really a band that I reach for all that often. Uh-oh. Someone's upset. For 2014, what did we do? Because 2014 was, that was Death Consciousness era, right? No. It was earlier than that. When was it? 9? 12? How old is Death Consciousness? 8? There it is. We did the rip. But that's the thing is, like, I didn't pick Have a Nice Life because no one in chat had heard it. But I feel like the rip or a song off that album would have been just fine. They're both interesting enough. Lords is this? The rip is okay. It might not make, it's a good choice. It just might not make sense with other songs around it, you know? Something like Blood Hail or Earth Mover may have made more sense there. But the rip is an amazing song. Can't deny that. So is it official Lord is? Is that what we're doing? Is that the play? "15 people watching, 7 voted. So if we do this, what song?
I'll be seeing you on the aisle.
Green light? Green light. Let's do it. Let's keep moving. So 2018, do we have information here? Oh, we're doing Sophie. So if we do this, what do we get? Face shopping. Beach House. I'm ready for another Beach House album. I promised people in chat last time that we'd pick Sophie, so this is what it has to be. If it doesn't make sense, we'll change it later. Okay?
My face is the front of shop. My face is the real. My face is the real shop. Is the fake safe.
Neoclassical dark wave. Yes.
You know, leave the house. I just wanted you to know that we're gonna go run some errands.
Okay.
And she apparently really wants to show you her outfit.
Oh, you got an outfit? You gonna wear your rainbow shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
This matches my ankle.
Do you want to say hi to the people?
Yeah.
Wave hello. Have fun with mom, okay?
Dad,
Yeah, I know.
what is it?
The cat threw up. Yeah.
Go clean it up.
We'll clean up later. Bye.
Love you.
I want to look this up real quick. Is that right? No. Haaswolf. I find this interesting. Yeah, we have two cats, and they don't get along. So at night, we close one in here, and the other gets the rest of the house except for our bedrooms. And the one in here has like digestive problems, so sometimes he'll just like puke overnight. And we're just lazy. When are you going to react to Morrissey solo albums? Soon. I'm going to take a week or two break from reactions after this Bowie reaction going up today. And then I'll do a poll video or a poll album pick. And then after that, we're going to start it on Morrissey. Jealousy Between the Cats. It's like Liam and Noel, basically. Okay, so let's see. Pony Boy.
Pony.
Not changing anything this stream, but we are gonna like look back and see if there's things that we should change. I'll be honest. I don't know if Sophie makes a lot of sense for the list. Granted, I don't know much about the influence of this genre because people were like really clamoring in the last stream. It was like a decided thing. It was either 2013 or 2018 we picked Sophie. And they chose we chose 2018, so it has to be this. So I guess we'll throw it on and we'll move on. If people really, really want it to change, we'll change it. But we need to like we'll just go forward and we'll change it later if need be, okay? That's just what was decided last time. And this is what's kind of tough about multiple streams is that we get different collections of people. So it's like last time there was like 3 or 4 people who were like unanimously like, yes, we need to pick Sophie to put on the thing. And I'm like, I don't know anything about it. And now I have a collection of people who's like fighting against that. And to some degree, me too. But we will figure it out later, okay? We're just going to keep going. Because we're almost done. I don't think I should be using synemic anymore. It seems kind of redundant. Oh, Gretel. I love Gretel. It was the most forward-thinking choice. That's true. Oh, The Caretaker. This album, collection of albums. I know very little about Weyes Blood. Got Angel Olsen here. Here. 2019. Cellophane. Did we get any Beach House on the list? Sadly, no. Sadly, no. I would have liked that, but Dream Pop has had very little representation. I don't even think we had a Slow Dive track. Weyes? See, this just sounds like a solid indie song. It doesn't feel forward thinking to me. I'd love to be able to put Gretel on. I think this Caretaker track is really interesting too, although putting it in the playlist makes no contextual sense whatsoever. Everyone's saying Igor. I haven't listened to this. Is this good? I've never been a Lana Del Rey guy. But like the praise this has gotten is really compelling to me.
Sometimes you gotta close the door to.
I don't know. After Hacker and Blacker the Berry and then Knights, this seems a little unimpressive. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't feel like swinging back into hip hop makes a ton of sense here. We haven't done Car Seat Headrest, so like Alex G might be a decent choice as well because of that Bandcamp angle. Or shifting gears into something like Titanic Rising might make sense too, but see, I don't really think we have a ton here in terms of forward thinking that is conducive to the playlist. I'd love to be able to put Gretel on, honestly. Doom, 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 doom. Was Black Midi this year? Ooh. Old Town Road. I haven't listened to much Black Midi, but it, boy, is this music. Weird. Weird mashup of stuff here. Yeah, I definitely got some Spider-Land vibes off that last track. Lingua Ingonota. I think that was the previous year. Oh, is this one? Another neoclassical dark wave. Yeah, I think this is pretty much how I feel about it. It just isn't that mind blowing, you know. I feel like we need to go somewhere. I feel like there's a right choice here, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, and influence, we can't really measure that anymore. But like the Black MIDI thing, like that's an interesting amalgamation of stuff. That's very unique. Lingua. Hmm. Jeez. What's the last name? Ignota. Extreme classical extreme metal noise. Oh man. This leaked? Oh man. I wish her well. Raised Catholic, of course. The album made me die. Me too. I actually died 5 times listening to that just now. Great stuff. Didn't we just pick noise rock earlier? What did we do? Screenshot, kind of? Yeah, so a little bit with Death Grips too. Death Grips is kind of noisy. We literally have 2 songs left to add. I don't know. I feel like there's a case to make for Gretel. It's kind of a nice like change up, you know? I feel like it makes sense in this trajectory. What do you guys think? And we haven't really had that like kind of DIY Bandcamp representation yet. Gretel's great. Gretel is great. Let me see if I can back up. I mean, I played a little bit of it. No, I can't back up. Tame Impala. I haven't heard any of the new Tame Impala. This is just a really solid, just indie DIY kind of bedroom track. But like, it's kind of similar to the Ways Blood thing, you know? It's a huge new field in modern music. I agree. And we don't have any car seat headrest on here. So I feel like now is the time to represent that in some degree. Yeah, and I think we kind of missed our chance at Tame Impala. Like Lonerism or Currents would have been our choices, right? In a way, like I could almost see there being 2 playlists existing, like 2 dimensions where it's like, because there's usually like 2 to 3 like options per year that we kind of go back and forth between. And I almost feel like with a complete playlist, we could almost make like an inverse one that takes the other trajectory. For 2011, I think we did Helplessness Blues. But we picked Helplessness Blues primarily because we hadn't had folk in a long time. I'm pretty sure, honestly, I'm pretty open to other people's music and opinions, but I'll never understand Current's appeal. I wasn't that into Currents either. I'm much more of a Lonerism guy. Yeah, and Currents won't make it on because we have K-Dot on there, so. Well, we're not changing things right now. We're almost done with this, and we're not going to change anything this stream anyway. We're going to kind of take notes once we're done here and see like what we should change and what we shouldn't change. I'm going to put Gretel. I'm going to do it. It might go away later if we put CSH on. But this is what we're doing, okay? This is what we're doing. And it might disappoint some people, but it's okay. We're almost done. And I don't think I should use that anymore. I think I should go here. So we are halfway through this year. Do we pick like Fiona Apple or something? What's the good stuff here from this year? The Strokes? We already have the Strokes on there though, don't we? With Someday. I think we have Someday on here. Doom 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 doom. I have never heard of this. Neo Psychedelica, the Velvet Underground and Nico Psychedelica. Mac Miller. Nine Inch Nails. Dan Deacon. Is Fetch the Bolt Cutters overrated? I tried listening to some songs and I was not thoroughly impressed. I don't understand like the head over heels reaction to it. Eves? Yves? Ives? Sean Bowie. No relation. Experimental rock, psychedelic soul. I don't know. It's interesting. See, I don't think we should worry too much about this year in terms of what we pick because we just don't have a lot of options here. What did Against All Logic do? Post-industrial tech house. Peppa Pig album. Yeah, it seems like I haven't listened to all that Strokes album in its entirety yet, but there's great tracks on there. But we already have, I'm terrible with words today. Strokes song on there. Kerosene. Back at the door. Haley Williams. Guys, I don't want to put Tame Impala on now because they'll probably make it on in like 2012 or something like that, or 2011. This is kind of a awkward year to choose. Yeah, I don't think Tame Impala should be this year. Dogs are often correct, though. Is Mac Miller worth picking? Yeah, should we just stop? Should we not pick 2020 because it's not over? Should we just stop now? Should we be done? You know what? Let's just be done. Let's just call it here. And what? No. Let's just call it there. And let's review and take notes. Okay? So, allow me to do something real quick here. Wait. Hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, let me turn that off. Let me make a Google Doc here. New, no, not new folder. New Google Doc. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so playlist notes. Why did you change the thumbnail? Because Big Iron. 2020 has been abandoned, kind of fitting. Yeah, pretty much. I love how what was that article? It said like Billie Eilish made an entire song in quarantine. And I'm like, okay. Usually the way people act in quarantine is very similar to how people act when they're recording and writing songs. It's like, that's not a big deal. I've written stuff in quarantine. I finished my book in quarantine. What are you trying to get at? Okay. So let's take a look back at memory lane here. We have 70 tracks, 6 hours long. What a bizarre selection here. It's a thing, that's for sure. Okay, so what do you guys think here? We start with Mona Lisa by Nat King Cole. We could theoretically use this to kind of take a look back at some of these years. So like we have Mona Lisa for with Nat King Cole, which LaViant Rose, Louis Armstrong. See, I can't tell if some of these are like correct date-wise. Yeah, 433 definitely needs to go. So here, let's do this. Okay. Okay, so let's see. More jazz for 50s. Late 50s is overcrowded with rock and roll, when lots of good jazz was also released too. We skipped Little Richard and McCartney, said he was a huge influence and we need Hendrix. Yeah, there definitely needs to be more jazz. It sounds like you guys are recommending jazz. You like jazz? Okay, so what do you think? Because we have take 5 here, right? What do we have here for jazz? we have some early Miles Davis, but we don't have any Miles Davis on the list, I don't think, actually. Um, Le'Veon Rose. That'd be a pretty sick way to start the playlist, actually, is Le'Veon Rose. Louis Armstrong and his orchestra. Le'Veon Rose. Whoops. Okay. Duke Ellington, Howling Wolf, Ella Fitzgerald for 52. Okay, so as far as what we have here, do you guys think we should keep Rocket 88? It's kind of a cool, like, early distortion track. Like, this is kind of a, like, the speaker broke, and so it's really distorted. I think that's a pretty cool pick. So, do you guys have any other recommendations for 50 here? Foggy Mountain Breakdown. I think Le'Veon Rose is pretty cool to pick because it starts it off with jazz. Whereas Mona Lisa, it's kind of like, what is this?
Because you're lonely, too more.
Okay, let's move on to 52 and see what 52 has. Replacing 433, although you gotta admit 433 is a pretty funny choice. I don't really know any of these. I don't think I recognize like any of these songs. Singing in the Rain. I feel like 433 fits the category of music. It's a composed piece with 0 notes. But it's a composed piece. Meet Mr. Callahan. This is a weird year. Blue Moon. It's like just Miles Davis and Fats Domino and Hank Williams. These gramophone pictures. Muddy Waters. What is Muddy Waters? Whom is it by? An artist. Thank you. Oh, Muddy Waters is a person. Do you really not like MCR? I don't. I don't like dislike them per se. It's more that I'm confused as to why they're so highly regarded now. When to me they feel as kind of cringy as like Linkin Park from that era, you know? I just don't understand it. Les Paul. I think we need more Paul. Thanks, guys. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. My Chemical Romance. How many more years for 51? An early distortion example like Rocket 88, but it's more widely known and more bluesy. Oh, look at that. Number 1. Rocket 88's right here too. Cool. Let me listen to this. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Hello. Okay, so, but what about 52? No one's... Is Hank Williams worth considering here? Well, what Les Paul? Because I don't see Les Paul anywhere, so I don't know like what songs are in 52. Everyone thinks we should change 433 though. I think it's a cool choice, but a lot of people disagree. A lot of people think it's like a meme-y choice. I'll never get out of this world alive. Oh, good Lord.
No matter how struggle and strive.
It's the Walmart yodeling kid. Oh, I forgot. He does Hank Williams. Either Tiger Rag or Meet Mr. Callahan. I'm not sure why they are on that list because they were hits. Okay. Meet Mr. Callahan. That sounds cool. I like that. This is pre-Chet Atkins, right? It's one that we might replace, and if we do, a Le'Veon Rose is an option we have. We're not actually changing things right now. We're just putting in things we might take out. Like a different trajectory that we could have here is Le'Veon Rose, how many more years, and then like one of these Les Paul songs, which is interesting. You keep saying Dizzy Gillespie, but I need a song. Like if I don't see it on this list, I need like the name of a song. These sound cool. Like this guitar tone is really cool. It's like really early reverb. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, he seems like a proto Chet Atkins, which is pretty cool. Okay, so what else do we have here that we want to change? Crazy Man Crazy? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Space Guitar too. Space Guitar is cool. When will you do the Black Star review? It's gonna go. I'm gonna publish it. It's already uploaded. I'm gonna publish it right after this stream is done, so it'll be in a little while. Do you guys see anything else here that looks a little off that you would change? What is 69? I have a really hard time counting here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You want to change to the Stooges? I think it should be King Crimson 2. Too much punk? Yeah, I kind of agree. It's just nonstop rock and roll late 50s. Okay, well, I'll definitely put dang it. I'll put this on as an option. Cuz this was my I was really trying to champion this one. And no one took it. Yeah, we have like proto-punk and then we have post-punk. We like completely skip normal punk. Pink Floyd seemed like a weird choice as well. I wasn't certain about that one. Honestly, if we put 21st Century Schizoid Man in, Pink Floyd has a good chance of coming out. So, what is 1960 again? What a Wonderful World.
Don't know much biology, and I know that if you
Like, in a way, What a Wonderful World transitions nicely into Stand By Me, but they're a little too similar. You know what I mean? Okay, let's back up before we get ahead of ourselves. Do you guys think we should adjust something in this range? Does this need more jazz? Like, if we might jazz up the first half of the 50s, but does this need adjusting? Like, I think Take 5 is a good choice. I assume you guys would agree as well. Johnny Be Good makes sense. But like these three, I don't know. I don't know. This would be 57, 55 through 57. Here, let me go to 55 here. Folsom Prison Blues. Maybelline was another option, but we went with Johnny Be Good. Tutti Frutti was on the table, I remember. In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning was my first pick, but that kind of like shoved to the side. We do have Autobahn on there. Okay, so what is 57? Peggy Sue? Yeah, Peggy Sue, I think, might be too similar to like going from Blue Suede Shoes and then to Peggy Sue. It kind of seems like a lull. Do you guys think we should change Peggy Sue? I need to start putting the, we don't need Buddy Holly. Okay. I need to start putting these on so I remember where we're at. Peggy Sue is 1956. Dang it. '57. This was 69. If I don't do this, I'm going to lose track really easily here. Yeah, that's the problem is like, if Johnny Be Good or Elvis Presley weren't here, maybe. But, so. You guys are thinking Miles for 57? Wait, should we change Folsom Prison? Do you guys think we should have an alternative for Folsom Prison, or does it seem like a good choice? I want to like move step by step and not get ahead of ourselves because I think it's really easy to do that right here. Folsom Prison is fine? Okay. So you guys are talking about 57? Post bop? Every day it's getting closer. Man, I wish I had this site like when we were doing this in the beginning because we were like desperately trying to find songs that would just fit the year. What is this? What is this? Tutti Frutti. Wah blah blah bop. You see, this is the issue, is that we're like, Tutti Frutti doesn't make sense. Yeah, rest in peace, right? What timing? doesn't make sense right before Johnny Be Good. I think we need some kind of blues or jazz here. Between Blue Suede Shoes and Johnny Be Good. But what do we pick? Because we have Haitian Fight Song, which is interesting. Round Midnight is an option as well. Roundabout Midnight? I don't think I've heard this. Sorry, there's a helicopter outside. I don't know if I will. Music Complete? I'm not sure yet. Maybe. I know I need to do 2 more of their albums. It's pretty cool. Okay. It's a decent so I'll make this document public as well. Here, let me I don't want to give people like a link without share, get link, change. Anyone with the link, anyone on the internet with this link can view. Copy. Done. Okay. I don't want you guys changing it on me. Whoops. I'll put this playlist changes doc right there. Okay, so that'll be in the description, and then here is the link to the doc if you guys want to see it over time. Look at that, we have people. So, you guys can like consult this once we're done and like kind of dwell on it. And then when we do our last stream for this later in the week, we'll go through and see like what you guys have chosen, like which things you think we should add or change or remove, et cetera, et cetera. So, where were we? Okay. So you guys are good up through here. 60. Should 60 change? Should 60 change? And if so, to what? We have Mingus Coltrane, Roy Orbison, Beyond the Sea is a great track. Moanin'. Dirty talking and moaning during quarantine. Use headphones while listening to this podcast. Male moans and gives you all the sexual pleasure you deserve. I don't deserve any sexual pleasure though, so sorry. Giant Steps is the iconic track. Monin was 59. Let's listen to Giant Steps. What would be a good choice after Take 5 though? Like, I don't want something so similar to Take 5 that it seems redundant. Like, because right now, this choice seems redundant in regards to the next choice. But if we were to change it to something jazz, it would seem redundant in relation to Take 5. Only the lonely. Mingus does seem a little more different. Will you still love me tomorrow? Bill Evans. I love Bill Evans. Great jazz pianist. There's Apache, like you mentioned before. I don't know if we should do jazz again. That's the issue. That's kind of my concern. It's like, as far as I know, we're not changing Take 5. We're not changing Stand By Me. So what fits here? What fits nice and good? Also, this is our chance to kind of see, like, you have to balance, like, what's the best of an artist and when's the best time to put them in, and does it fit at that time compared to other things in that year and in the playlist. Sorry, I keep bumping the thing. You guys think Mingus? Does this seem like a good choice in the playlist, though, given what we have? I don't know. I can't say. You're cool with that? Does it fit after Take 5? That's my question. We can't do Bobby Darin because this song was published in 1946 and he just did a rendition of it. It's a great song, but it won't work. You hate that track. I danced to my wife. I danced at my wedding to my wife with that song. I danced at my wedding with my wife to that song. Here we go. What? Like I think I'm okay with something here. It's just like, is there a good pick? Is there a good pick? Wednesday night prayer meeting or Monin. Let's just put it down as that. Let's just put down Moanin' for now. Okay. Moanin' is a cover. I'm kind of here and there on how I determine these things. Because, like, instances like this where a song is published, like, so long and, like, it's known so well before a certain person makes it famous and they don't revolutionize the song all that much, it's not really a cover as much as a rendition, then that doesn't, like, I'm not going to do that. But if it's a cover, like if it's Johnny Cash doing Hurt, that's a different story because it changes the song, you know? How could you say such a thing? I don't know, maybe you're right. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 60s right here, 61 through 69. What do you guys think? I'm really confident with, I think 61 is good. I think 62 is good. 63, I don't know. Maybe. 64 seems like a good pick. 65, that was pretty unanimous. 66 and 67 are like concrete. Those are probably not going to change. 68's a really interesting choice. 69, I don't know. I think 69 should change in my opinion. I don't know. From Beatles to Velvet Underground. Yeah, man. Like, the thing I love about God Only Knows to A Day in the Life to Sister Ray is it's like this progression in forward thinking. Like, it gets more and more forward thinking with each song. So people are saying 69 should change. Hendrix for 67. We can't change A Day in the Life, though. A Day in the Life was like one of the best songs of that year. Are there other options for Hendrix aside from like right in here where we don't really want to change it all that much? When was the big Hendrix stuff? I don't listen to Hendrix. Uh-oh, naked women. Don't look, YouTube. Is there a big Hendrix album? Beatles, TVU, King Crimson. That seems great to me, honestly. So, oh yeah, dude, my old videos. I've been making videos since 2007. I actually have a playlist on my channel called Unlisted Videos that has all the stuff that I just kind of don't want the public to see, but if they want to see them, they're there. And there's a lot of cringy old stuff I shot on a power shot like when I was 16, 17. And it's terrible, but it's there if you want to see it. I've definitely got a lot better with my whole setup. You need to be the decider because, like you said, you have 3 or 4 Hendrix. Are we back? Hello? Hello? Are we just randomly back up again? What on earth? If you guys can see, I'll just put this in the chat window here. So this right here shows how, like, you know, the bit rate and everything, and this is green. It means everything's good. It just zeroes out. It just goes to 0 for a little bit, and then it's just all of a sudden back to normal. I don't understand it, but there it is. But anyway, yes, Ethan Staten is my nephew. He does the song reactions with me, famous song reactions where we did not enjoy Smashing Pumpkins a lot, and we got so much grief for it. Good times. Good times. Okay. Hendrix fans did it. You guys saved us. Unfortunately, see, this is the problem. It's like, can Hendrix go up against this awesome trajectory we have right here? Like, what this did for music right here was huge. God only knows, a day in the life. He can. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, so since we're not changing anything right now, let me ask you guys, if you were to put Hendrix in this list, what year and what song? I almost want multiple songs for some of these years in the 60s, but we can't. I know, man. That's what's hard. That's why I said, like, there could almost be like a mirror image version of this playlist. Some people really don't like Hendrix. Oh, man. We'll probably go another 10-ish minutes. Stop at about 2 hours. Unless we can plow through pretty quickly. Just to kind of take a quick look at that. There isn't anything from 69. Is it a single? This would be replacing Sister Ray, right? So I'm just putting it on this thing. If people don't end up wanting it, then so be it. I don't feel like Sister Ray will come off, but you never know. We have to let the people decide. I don't want to keep Sister Ray 2. I'm just saying it's on here, okay? I'm basically just taking everything that people, even if it's a very small amount of people, are like, this should come off or this should go on. I'm just adding it to this list here. Hi, Ethan. You okay, buddy? Did you lose your mom? Need help finding your mom? Do you have link for Bohemian Rhapsody thing we made? Yes, hold on. Oh, sorry. I saw your message. I didn't know what you were talking about earlier, but here, let me get the link. Where is it? Copy link. Okay. Copy. It's probably urgent, I know. Your mom's dead? Uh-oh. So sorry. You're like, I'm finally free. There you go. Tell me if that works. Okay. Yeah, it seems like people are kind of torn between either loving Hendrix or feeling Hendrix should be on the list but doesn't work, or hating Hendrix. So Thanks, Ethan. Love you too. Okay, so I want to try to plug through the rest of this list pretty quickly to see how you guys feel. So we're at 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 70 to 79. Yeah, can was a iffy one, and I know that it just barely made it on, and I know that Z-Twig really wants to keep can, but there's an argument to make for having can and Kraftwerk on. So this is one that could come off if need be for 1971. Either Kraftwerk or can should come out. If one were to, like, if one, how do I describe this? It would make sense for one of them to vanish here, you know? We should have funk. Keep Kraftwerk. So what's the alternative for 71 if can were to go out? I thought this ended already. What we're doing right now is we are going through and making a list of things that people want to either remove and or add. And we're just going to let people kind of stew on this for a little while, and then we'll do another stream later this week where we actually go in and we like fix the playlist. Keep Kraftwerk, keep can. Remove Be Your Dog. What? A lot of people are were making the case for prog rock there. I'm not saying anything of this will or won't happen. It just depends on how people feel when we stream again. Okay? It's okay. Remember, guys, Z-Twig is one person. Okay? Roundabout. Surf's Up. Such a great song. No offense, Z-Twig, but I think people are quite intimidated by you, and I'm just reminding them that you're just one person. So, moving on up. What is moving on up? When the levee breaks. Curtis Mayfield? Curtis Mayfield. We're not cleaning it up. We're just taking notes on things that people may want to clean up. So we're just kind of doing speculative stuff, and then in a later stream we will actually clean it up. What year are we on? What are we doing? 1. I don't see moving on up. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Move on up, released in 71. But this album came out in 70? I don't think this will work because this came out in 70. It first came out in 70. We have no Zeppelin on. Would a Zeppelin work? But remember, we have Black Sabbath right here. Would Led Zeppelin make sense right after Black Sabbath going into David Bowie? Because we're picking something between Black Sabbath and David Bowie. Boom, boom, boom. We're not dismantling yet. We're just speculating. Just speculating, okay? I mean, we could stop. We're only halfway through. Let's do this. Let's do this, okay? I think it'll take us too long to get through this list right now, figuring out things that we can replace with something. So why don't we go through and you guys tell me what songs you would like to have taken out. And then we'll leave it at that. And over the next few days, you can think of things that maybe will work better. So let's just add more stuff to the remove list and call it good. Okay? So from Hallelujah onward, what do you guys see that you think doesn't make sense or should be changed? You know? What do you think? I think Pink Floyd might come out if King Crimson goes in. Yeah, let's do this is 73, right? Time 1973. Whoops. 4, 5. 1975, Patti Smith. I'm just listing what some people think should change. I'm not saying we're changing it. I'm saying this is speculative. Speculative. Remember that. Okay, so after Pink Floyd, is the 70s okay? After Patti Smith, is the 70s okay? Is Sir Duke through She Lost Control, is that fine? Yes? Si, senor. Okay. All right. So, Once in a Lifetime, 1980. 1980. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 80 through 89. Anything you guys would like to see not on here? I don't care what you want to replace it with, just what would you like to see not on here? Ghost Town? People are saying Ghost Town. Ghost Town was a weird choice. It's kind of a cool choice, but I can see the argument for not wanting it on there. And then REM, this is 87. It's an old song. Yeah, guys, I know you want to take NWA out, but I don't get that at all. I really don't. Because it's like, it's straight out of Compton. Like, I don't feel like I even need to make an argument for that. Like, that's like one of the big genesis moments of hip hop. You know, I know you say we need Sonic Youth, but that's the first hip hop track we have on here, and that's a big deal. Any other songs on here? I mean, I'll add Straight Outta Compton because you guys said it. I kind of disagree, but I understand where it's coming from. You think Purple Rain should come out? Why? That was pretty unanimous. I do think REM after Smiths is a little redundant. Kate Bush. This was a pretty unanimous pick too. Depeche Mode. That's not till 90 though. We're just talking about the 80s right here. 80 to 89. Is that about it? Okay, I think we'll move on. So we got 90 to 99. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh man, I remember Only Shallow being that 91, man. 91 was a really contested year. Remember that cliffhanger? What do you guys think? Depeche Mode? Depeche Mode doesn't make sense. 90, this was like the number one song of 90, I think. Yeah. Because the only alternatives we had were like Cocteau Twins. That's it. So I'll put Depeche Mode on. I'd love to put Cocteau Twins in place of Depeche Mode, but it was pretty unanimous. Yeah, I feel like the objectivity of some of these opinions are quite lacking. It's funny though. What other songs here do you guys think? I think I missed a few, so say them again. What tracks do you think don't make sense? I like Only Shallow in there. I like Only Shallow going into Xtal. I think that's cool. The All Apologies is a weird choice. That was somewhat unanimous at the time, but it did feel like an awkward choice. I like Paranoid Android, Holland 1945, going into Sigur Rós. I think that's kind of cool. DJ Shadow's a cool pick too. I've heard some. Not a lot, but some. We hit almost all the genres this decade. It's a fine decade of picks. Yeah, it just looks a little awkward, don't you think? We'll put All Apologies on the list. 1, 2, 3. See if that gets contested at all. Depeche Mode is on the list, so anything else here that looks weird to you guys? Someone said Bjork, but someone said DJ Shadow. Anything else? Okay. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2000s. See, that's how I feel about NWA, Twig. It's like, I don't like it, but it makes sense, I think. So here's the 2000s. Again, a kind of bizarre selection. What do you guys think? This was weird. What other choice did we have for 2001? Aside from Strokes. Microphones, but we have Holland 1945 on there. Yeah, I feel like Strokes were important for indie, you know, but I see the point of it not being very forward thinking. What's Boards of Canada was a weird choice. I don't remember. We had someone really championing electronic at the time. I don't remember who it was, but that was a. We were really struggling to be like, when do we put this genre in, you know, and this genre not in? And it was kind of a weird, like, bouncing around of choices. Man, you guys are really all over the place on this. There's like no unanimity at all. You think The Rip should come out? 2008. We had Have a Nice Life in 2008. That was the other option. I think Maps can be contested. I don't think it's like a perfect pick. I can, that's 2004. 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. Why? Like, I think Maps is a solid song, but I can see how it's a little redundant after Someday. What else do you guys think? Some were saying LCD should go. Some were saying it should stay. I do think it's a kind of a bizarre pick, but I don't know of any better alternatives here. 2007, right? It's how it starts. We go back to your house. 2007 was kind of a contested year. I'll put it on the list. No guarantees that it will change, but it's something to consider. Because there were other, this was a very hot year. This was very contested. Okay. I think that's it. Did someone say Oblivion doesn't make sense? How do you guys feel about Oblivion? I have listened to Burial. I have. It's interesting. Someone said Oblivion doesn't make sense. And it was a really weird pick because that was 2009. Yeah, it's first metal pick since Sabbath. Although we are considering Led Zeppelin for a year, right? But what was happening in 2009? Oh yeah, this was a really empty year. You remember this, guys? There was very little happening of interest in 2009 except for like Animal Collective. But we had just done Panda Bear, so it seemed redundant. I mean, I'll put it on the list, but it doesn't. I don't know if there's the better choice for that year. Just, I don't know. Okay, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're all the way up to now. I do like Animal Collective. It just, we had Bros right before, like 2 or 3 tracks before that. You guys, what do you guys think? Vampire Weekend? Vampire Weekend was a very, we weren't very confident when we picked that one. I think I just threw it on. And that was 1, 2, 3. It's already been 8 years since that album, 2012. You could make a second list. Honestly, if you guys want to make playlists, that would be fun. What we could do is you guys could make your own versions of this, like your own personal versions of like starting whenever, and just make like a songs through the years, and then like share them with me, like over Twitter or something, and then I can like we can kind of go through each one on the next stream. That'd be fun. Yeah, you could post them in the comments sections. I'll try to make sure that the like spam filter is off so links are allowed. Like just favorites or us trying to be objective. Whichever. I would argue like trying to mimic this, like, you know, a more objective, like what you think were the most important ones, not just your favorites. But that would be fun. Okay, what are you guys saying? I know Sophie was debated. That was 2018. I'll just put that on the list because, of course, this last decade has been really difficult. It's been really difficult in terms of like consensus. Everyone feels very differently. I could, but that's just kind of where it landed at the time. I'll put Gretel on. Gretel is a great song. But it seems like we have really no idea what we're doing in this decade. Kind of half of these songs are kind of like unconfident. So some of this might drastically change. The rationale, the rationale was we didn't have car seat headrest on the playlist at all. And so we had none of that like DIY Bandcamp scene being represented. And like so little dream pop or like anything kind of twee in that way. So we just wanted to represent the Bandcamp crowd. And I even said like Gretel will quite easily come off if car seat headrest goes away. And like we have no Beach House. I'd love for Beach House to be on there. No Cocteau Twins. Like Dream Pop has such little representation on here. Arguably nothing. Teen Dream, yeah, or Bloom. There's lots of great choices here. Let's Zoom call this next time. I'd be open for having people on like Discord next time. I'm okay with that. I think you guys can probably find me on Discord, actually. Let me see if you can add me as a friend. I don't have a Discord server. Should I have a Discord server? I am... Where is me? Copied. Okay, that's me, apparently. So if you want to add me, there you go. I could start a Discord server. That might actually, that would probably be good. Because then I could more easily tell you guys when I'm going to stream. Because the community tab on YouTube is like so buried and no one ever goes to it. No one ever sees it. maybe I'll start a Discord server today. And then I'll make like a little video announcing it or something. Okay, so let's call it there. Here's the list of things that are most likely going to be removed. There might be more, there might be less, and then we'll figure out things to add later. So everyone who is watching this stream, watching it afterward, think about these things we might remove, even things that you would want to be removed, and figure out what would be good choices to add. Because, I don't know. Can't wait till we remove Sophie. Brutal. Yeah, and then I'll make a Discord server for you guys. I think that would be a much easier way to communicate, like music discussion, like voice chat. That'd be cool. Yeah, so stream is pretty much done now. We went a little bit over, but that's okay. That's right. My dumb cats. Well, there's one that we like adopted because it was like hanging out outside of one of our houses, like my in-laws' houses, and no one else wanted to take it, so we took it. And it's like outdoor wild cat versus our like really timid indoor boy cat, and no. Where's Weezer? Weezer. We need Weezer. Power pop. Emo. We have very little emo representation as well. It's tough. Okay. End of stream. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it was fun. David Bowie reaction is going to go live right after this. And then I'll try to make that Discord server video today announcing that. And I'll also get the Patreon poll ready. So everyone who wants to vote in the Patreon poll, we're going to do 4 albums. And we're going to let the voting go for like a week or 2. Because I'm not doing any reactions for a little while. Maybe I'll let it go up through... Up through like the 4th of June. I don't know. Yeah, so if you guys want to vote, patreon.com/AlexHeights, $1 a month is all you need to vote. Thank you for joining the stream, guys. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We did it. We completed the list, for better or for worse. It's done. I don't think I have anything else. So stay tuned for that stuff today. Add me on Discord if you want. We'll make a Discord server. That's a really good idea. This is A Long Drive, Wowie Zowie, Marquee Moon, and Laser Guided Melodies. I think those are going to be the 4 albums, Steve. So, should we add a song from you? They're not on Spotify, so I don't think you can do that. But okay, thanks, guys. It's been fun. I'll see y'all later. We'll do a stream later in the week. I'll announce on the Discord either Wednesday or maybe Friday. So, see you guys. Godspeed. Have a good day.